Hello everybody and welcome to TechShed Co. My name is Bo Edisted and we are going to be talking about internet security and the important protocols that are required for you to have a secured internet and network access on your home devices. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on in. So again, everybody, my name is Bo Edisted, and I am so sorry about that delay right there. We had a technical glitch, and I am the owner and operator of TechShed Co. Forgive me, you've seen a little different change. I have to wear glasses now so I can see the screen a little better. Last week we talked about internet security on the internet side. For those of you who haven't seen that, you can see that on my YouTube channel. Please make sure that if you haven't yet, you go to our YouTube channel and you like and subscribe to that. Just look up TechShed Co. and you will see the subscription. Our little site comes up on YouTube, and you can watch that video that is talking about the internet security for in your own home network to protect all of your devices that you have on your network itself. So today we're going to talk about taking care of the security of your actual computer. So a little different than what we talked about last week, but I do encourage those of you who haven't seen it to go check that out. I will leave that inside the description for you guys so that you can have that link and go watch that video later on. You can also look on our Facebook page. We did have it on there as well. All right, so today we are going to be discussing, like I said earlier, about antiviruses and the different type of antiviruses that are out there. There are many kinds, and in my years of expertise inside the technology area, there are different options, and I've seen different kinds and how they've come up. There used to be only two kinds. It was Norton and Mcafee. Those were the two that you could get. Now there are so many out there, and which one is the best one, which one is not, and what kind of compatibility is it going to have with you and your device, and how much of an effect is it going to have on your devices itself. So obviously this is different than what we talked about previously, which is OpenDNS. OpenDNS is a great filter for information going in and out outside of your network. That is a great option to do. For those of you who want to know how to set that up, make sure you go back to our YouTube video that we did last week and watch that, because that could definitely help you in learning how to set that guy up. So next, like I said, we're going to be talking about antivirus. Antiviruses are coming in different kind. You got Mcafee, we have Bitdefender, that is another one we're going to be talking about, and we also have personally one of my favorites, Malwarebytes. Okay, those are the three that we're going to be discussing today, and what kind of antiviruses they can give you and the options. If you take a look at these different type of brands that you have out there, most people use, like I said, Norton or Mcafee. But one of my personal favorites is Bitdefender. Why Bitdefender? Bitdefender has multiple different options that support your computer. One, it's not heavy. It doesn't utilize much of your CPU on your computer, and two, it doesn't take so much RAM as well. Therefore, your computer isn't bogged down by the other applications that are inside of here. It's safe, it's secure, and guess what, guys? It's free. Now, Mcafee, that's a totally different story. Mcafee, I like to put inside the most worst antivirus you can have for your computer. It bogs down your computer. It has multiple other antivirus packages that come with it, like Mcafee Secure Search for your web browser, Mcafee Password Protector, and all these other features. It bogs down your computer. It makes it slow, and it lowers the performance of your computer, and the odds of it protecting you from other unusual viruses and stuff like that is actually very slim, because it taxes so much of your computer that the computer starts going into like limp mode, where it allows certain things to run on the computer versus other things that are supposed to run, and it's not a good antivirus to use. So those of you who have Mcafee, I strongly recommend that you remove it, take it off your computer, and go to one of these options that we have for you. Another great antivirus that I recommend to people is Kaspersky Lab. That's Kaspersky. Okay, this antivirus is a lot like Bitdefender, but again, Bitdefender is the better one because it doesn't do so much damage or tax your computer so much. But Kaspersky doesn't either. It does offer a little more advanced security protection, like secured the cloud, secured search engine, secured password protector as well. And it's a great antivirus, and it's free. It does a good job. The only problem that I have with it, with those other applications that are inside its own antivirus, it sometimes bogs down the computer a little more than what Bitdefender does. But for those of you who are interested in having those secured options on your mobile devices, yes, it does work on mobile devices, and on your personal computer, this is a great alternative for you, and it does a really good job. So Kaspersky has got my thumbs up. Now, another one of my absolute favorites, and I use this guy all the time for when I do malware, spyware cleanup, is Malwarebytes. But there's a slight problem with Malwarebytes. It used to be an open source company, and it was for the longest time. You could use Malwarebytes. It was an antivirus scanner. It does a great job. But now they have gotten into the antivirus game where you are able to use it as a full-fledged computer antivirus. Now, it does an excellent job, just like it did as its scanner, but it requires a subscription fee and does not come as free for the antivirus protection part of it. Now, the advantages of using it is, one, you get some of the top best antivirus protection out there. It scans your computer automatically. It protects you from web root extensions such as PUPs and browser hijackers and web advertisements. It protects you from those type of things, and Malwarebytes does an excellent job for it. So for those of you who are wanting to pay for a subscription for an antivirus, I strongly recommend this guy right here. He does a great job, and it's very affordable as well. Another thing that we're going to be talking about today is web browsers, the different type of browsers that are out there, and what browser can I use that is the most secure for my devices when I go online and start using the internet. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and slide right over here to my computer monitor. Yes, I finally figured it out, guys. Praise God. I know now how to use OBS and use the different monitor features, and you guys can see on my screen as well. I am up inside your right hand corner, so I will be here to talk with you the entire way. So first off, we're going to go ahead and talk about Bitdefender. Sorry, Bitdefender. Bitdefender is online. It is free. It is simple to go to. You just type in bitdefender.com and go straight to solution/free HTML, and you can download and install it. It's a small application file. It's not huge. It will install and then ask for you to create an account. Now, the account is free. It's not going to take information, and you're not going to get a bunch of spamware either or adware inside your email. It is a good alternative for antivirus that's not going to break your bank. Another, like we talked about, is Casper C. He's right here. Simply go to the Casper C website and go to /free antivirus, and you can get your free antivirus download and simply install it on your computer. And also, I forgot to bring this one in here, we can go to Malwarebytes. Forgive me, I should have had that up. And right here, Malwarebytes, home and business cybersecurity and threat. You can get there free, which is wonderful. Yes, it's wonderful, and it does what you need to do, but unfortunately it doesn't come with the antivirus protection that you are wanting to use in your own computer. It gives you a trial period, 14-day trial period, but it's not a full-fledged antivirus. That's where you have to you go to the subscription basis and pay to have those services activated inside of there. And they do that because it requires a lot more work in order to get the antivirus that you in order to keep up with the updates on making sure that you get the latest type of virus protection, and so on and so forth. So the next thing we're going to talk about is browsers. Now, there are multiple different web browsers out there. Which one should I use, Bo? Which one's the best? Which one's the most secure? Which one's not going to cause too much trouble? And why should I use these browsers versus, the automatic browser that's installed on your computer? A lot of people use different type of browsers because of, or use the default browser that is inside the computer, and that's perfectly fine, and you can do that. But the problem that you have with it is some of those browsers are actually not the greatest, and we're going to be talking about why that is the case here in just 1 second. All right, I think I'm ready to go. Here we go. So one of the ones that we're going to be talking about is Mozilla Firefox. Mozilla Firefox is a great browser. It works with a lot of different plugins and allows plugins and content to be loaded quicker and faster and more secure than other contents in other browsers such as Safari and Edge. Now, the problem with Mozilla Firefox that I find is that you have to be very nitpicky with it. Sometimes it doesn't work with all websites, like government websites or even some educational websites. So that is the downfall with using Mozilla Firefox, is that sometimes you're going to have incompatibility. Now, with that being said, sometimes when you have a different browser such as Google or Internet Explorer and that website's not loading, it'll probably load better and work in Mozilla Firefox than it will do in those other browsers. So I typically have Mozilla Firefox installed on my computer as a secondary. It's not my primary web browser, but it is my secondary. Another one we're going to talk about is Safari. Now, Safari is great inside Mac OS. It utilizes the security packages that come through Mac into the browser to update and make sure you have the latest security protocols. But it's not great to use inside of a Windows computer. And the reason why is because Safari then has to send its plugins through a third-party security server to your computer to get those updates inside the browser. Now, another great browser that everybody uses is Microsoft Edge. This is the typical browser that Microsoft puts inside of Windows when you use it. I don't recommend it. I hate the browser. It's just like Internet Explorer when it came out. Total mistake, unfortunately. Total mistake. The problem with it is if you downloaded a file or you download a file that contains a virus, it downloads directly locally to the computer. It doesn't go into a cache volume. And what then happens is if that virus was infectious, then it could spread the infection of that virus or the malware all over throughout your computer without you having to click the install button. That's a problem. And that's something that Mozilla, that Edge and Microsoft have not figured out yet and haven't taken care of. Another situation that Edge has multiple problems with is browser hijackers. That's when you click on a website and the website sends millions and millions of information directly to your web browser, and you get this huge pop-up and it locks up the entire web browser and says, "Hello, Microsoft Windows has discovered a virus in your computer. Please contact the number below." Forget that. That is a joke. Microsoft will never, ever contact you through the web browser. They won't even contact you through the phone either. So those of you who get phone calls, those are scammers. And don't have them remote into your computer or call that number. If there was a problem with your computer you would that Microsoft is telling you that you have an issue with, it's going to be founded in a hotfix patch update that's automatically going to install on your computer through the Windows Update tool that you have. So never trust those ads. Another one is Google Chrome. Personally, it's one of my favorites. Why do I use Google Chrome? Okay, there are multiple reasons why, but I'll go through with them with you so you can understand why I use them. Okay, Google Chrome has features that other browsers don't have. It has its own antivirus inside of it. That means when you download a file directly into your browser, it scans for any viruses independently from your antivirus on your computer. So it's a second scan facility, a second virus scanning browser. Thirdly, it is integrated with Android. It's integrated with most of the most of the websites out there. It's HTML5 ready. It also has its own Java engine inside of it, so you don't have to install a third-party plugin like Java in order to work in that browser. And fourthly about Google Chrome that I love about it is the fact that it's its own engine. It it does take a little more memory than Mozilla Firefox does. It does take a little bit more inside there, but for the benefits that you're getting from it, it does a really good job. And one last browser that we're going to talk about, this is a great lightweight browser that does do a lot of cool features for most people, and that is going to be Opera web browser. The Opera web browser is probably one of my all-time favorites for lightweight browsing. Now, for those of you who aren't experienced with web browsing, I don't really recommend that you use Opera because Opera doesn't have all the security features that you would want inside of the browser, like Google Chrome and Safari and Mozilla Firefox even, but what I like about it is it's a light engine web browser that allows content to flow flawlessly and quickly through the browser. So if you're not doing unusual Google searches, going to weird and crazy sites, Opera may be the option for you. Another cool feature about Opera is it also offers its own VPN engine, so you can actually use a VPN security and allow you to traffic that information across a different platform instead of especially if you go into like a Wi-Fi public Wi-Fi hub or something like that, you don't have to worry about someone stealing your information. You can use a VPN that the browser offers, and it's pretty simple to activate. You just click the settings icon and you go down to, I'll go into your go to your browser settings. Once you loads into your browser settings, you can go into the little search bar right here. It's, of course, my picture is behind it, but you can type in VPN, and there's the VPN option for you, and you can turn it on so you have a secured own network that no one can try to track or try to take your information as well. So those are the web browsers that I recommend and would use in the situations or inside of the content avenues of internet security. Now, having appropriate antivirus is very, very important, so I want to make sure that I make that point out there. Regardless of what browser it is very important to have antivirus on your computer. I would not use the automatic Windows Defender antivirus unless you know how to take proper care of your computer, and you can do that. In the next video that we're going to be offering, we'll be talking about how to take care of your computer, talking about the simple tools and features you can get for free and diagnose and take care of your computer yourself. But that's going to be a long, lengthy video, and we most likely won't have it on live. We will have it inside of our YouTube channel. Again, for those of you who have not subscribed, please make sure that you go to our YouTube page on our channel and subscribe to our my YouTube channel. All you have to do is go on YouTube, type in TechShed.co. Boom, I'm right there. You click on the subscribe, turn on the little icon, and you will get notified when we have new videos that are uploaded and when we start going into live streaming on a special set. So when you get some time, take a look at some of those videos and see what we're doing, and we'll just go from there. But I want to say thank you for all of you who are watching on our live stream, and thank you for taking your time to be with us. And as always, we'll catch you next time, and thank you so much for watching this live stream video. God bless and have a wonderful day.